Yo, what is up, everyone? I was muted, my bad. Yo, how y'all doing? How is everyone? My mic, yes, my mic is fine. I am fine. I got my hair cut. I went to the gym. I'm feeling good. How are y'all feeling? What up, Judge, Bunny, Army TV, Saizon, Real Nasty, Nicholas, and Suki, Deflame King, ZD, King Komi, I'm Victorino. And we got David, Juan, Ramiro, Zero, Tommy, JTR, Bebop. Let me turn on my music. I feel naked without it. Ariana, Jeff, Enad, Curious Learner, I'm Cooking, Shidoku, Mike, Xreen, Phanex. Show your squats. My legs are done. I'm not doing anything anymore. I'm not doing anything anymore. I'm gonna recover tomorrow. And pack up tomorrow because this is my last stream. This is my last stream before I leave town. I am leaving town to on the 20th. I'm on the 20th. I think I'm boarding around like 6 a.m. So I gotta get in there pretty quick. I gotta get there pretty quick. But yeah, I'm gonna be no last stream ever. No, I'll be back, or I'll be very likely I'll be like setting up an IRL stream. I'm gonna bring my laptop too, so that should be pretty cool. But yeah, besides that, I mean, like we're gonna try and stream while on vacation just a little bit, you know, some here and there. It is supposed to be like a vacation, like I am supposed to be hanging out with friends and everything, but I mean, it could be cool, it could be fun, right? Final Rednu stream, it was nice getting guides and stuff. Thank you for all the help. No, you could always get my guides on YouTube. My Leo Cup guide, by the way, should come out in about 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours. It should be dropping. But yeah, nice haircut, good sir. Yo, thank you so much. Good morning, brother. I just did a parent run, almost perfect. 1100 speed, 600 stam, 600 power, 600 wit, and a spark landed on guts. I'm sorry about that, dude. I'm sorry about that. Better at 6 a.m. to avoid that traffic. I think I mean, it's a flight, right? So usually with flights, I think I like to arrive at the airport at least 3 hours before I'm supposed to take off. Maybe even 4. So I might have to go like around 2 a.m. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., somewhere around there. That could be okay. Mr. No Groundwork, how are you? Fuck you. Today I made a Haru. This is, wait, how long have we been streaming for? 12 minutes? Yeah, fuck you. Today I made a Haru try to win Arima. Best attempt was her placing 7th place. RIP. That's crazy overkill. We do it 4 hours before flight. 3 hours? No, I mean, yeah, you never want to be like late for your flight. You never know what could happen, you know? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna charge my Steam Deck. I'm gonna be playing that balls game, the ball pit. That game's pretty fun. That game is actually pretty fun. I really enjoy it. So, you know, we'll be doing that. And I don't know. Hopefully I can stream some umamusume there as well. I don't know, or rather, I don't see why I couldn't. But I mean, obviously, we're gonna be attempting to be very busy. So Remember Rednu? That bald Uma streamer? He was goated. I miss him. Sometimes I can still hear his voice, even now. I will be back. I will be back on the 27th, so I'll be back in time for Spooky Week, in time for Halloween. And for Halloween, I mean, we gotta do it, right? We gotta play, like, Silent Hill F. I don't know if we do, like, a series, because I know it takes a while to beat the game. It's not like you could beat it in one sitting, right? But, I don't know. Maybe we'll, like, that whole week we'll do it. He's never coming back, chat. I will be back, man. Even my hallucinations are coping hard. Pack it up. My dad had to go. Oof. Last to run. No, not last run. But besides, this being my last stream, tonight we have the SHUKA show. The SHUKA show, which is the third leg of the classic triple tiara. That's where all the girlies race, the fillies, right? So that's gonna be later tonight, I guess around midnight, someone told me. I believe around midnight. Let me see if I could find it. If I could go to Humanity. It might be Humanity. It could be Nedkaba. Or JRA. Let me see, actually. Yeah, if I look at JRA and I look at the calendar, today is the 18th. It's the 19th for them, right? That's the thing. So if we take a look at that. By the way, I'm not drinking Gamer Says. I still haven't finished my protein shake, so. Humanity, yeah. Last stream, what did I miss? Last stream before I leave town. But I will be back. I will be back. This is gonna be... I don't know the time. Yeah, I don't know the time on it. What's that other site that I use? Hold on, what's that other site that I use that has like all the cards and everything? You know what I mean? Horses to watch. This one. Okay. Yeah, it's Humanity. It is Humanity. 2:45 a.m. Eastern is the SHUKA show. So like 11:45 then. We are the 18th, 19th of October. That should be the SHUKA show. SHUKA show is in Kyoto, right? Yeah. Okay. SHUKA show is in Kyoto, and 4 hours until start. 4 hours until start. We'll be able to watch that. And actually, let me see over here. Wait, can I have this on? Okay, that I'll move it up a bit. Actually, this stream is sponsored. I don't know if I can make it a little smaller. Maybe that's okay. This stream is sponsored by Surfshark, or rather this segment, right? And basically with Surfshark, just to give you a little bit of an idea, remember last time we watched Still I Rise, right? We watched Still I Rise, and the way you can watch Japanese horse racing, it's kind of obtuse. It's kind of weird. You do have to use like a VPN if you want to watch it straight from the JRA website, which I did, right? I watched the SHUKA show, not the SHUKA show, Still I Rise's maiden debut with Surfshark VPN on my phone, and that allowed me to go into JRA and watch the horse races. So yeah, we sponsor now. Yeah, this segment is sponsored by Surfshark. I'll probably just have it on for the entire stream, right? And we are going to be able to watch the SHUKA show with the help of my VPN. It's kind of weird. I have my VPN on my phone, and the phone's going to log on to JRA, and then I'm going to hook it up to my HDMI, to my capture card, and you guys are going to see it through there. Similar to what I did before. What up, Kaigan? Yes. So you could do exclamation point VPN in the chat. Maybe, I don't know if it's on YouTube right now, but exclamation point VPN, and you can actually use my code or click the link, right? This is going to be command add VPN, boom. And the link is going to go to a special checkout, and you get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN by using either my code or by clicking the link. Yeah. So, if you needed to watch some Japanese horse racing you know, you'll be able to do that with Surfshark. I'm also going to be playing Umamusume JP. I'm going to play the Japanese Umamusume today because some exciting news last night. Some exciting news. Do you guys know what I'm about to show you? Do you guys know what I'm about to show you? From last night. From last night. Do you guys know what I'm about to show you? Are you actually ready? Yes. 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 You guys are correct. Some of you said it. DANTSU Flame is finally in Umamusume. They just dropped her, or rather they announced her today at 2:30 a.m. At 2:30 a.m. It was announced, and so I'm gonna go ahead and try to roll for her, and yeah, we'll be able to see it. Still waiting on Contrail. Damn, really? Yeah, the support cards look cool. These are all like older support cards. You get to like roll for them. I'm trying to get the English patch to work on my phone. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. I'm trying. I'm really trying, but it doesn't seem to be working. Why do you love DANTSU Flame so much? Not in a rude way. Just want to learn more about her. I think she was cool in the movie, beginning of a new era. She's kind of like another protagonist or a rival to Jungle Pocket. Also, I just really like her design. It's really comfy. It's really cute, and that's pretty much it. I'm kind of excited to like learn about her if we do get the lore and everything about that. But I'm just a really big fan of her design. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, she's really cool. Has a good voice too. As soon as I heard her voice in the movie, I was like, dang, this is really good. She's really talented. And then if you look her up, DANTSU Flame VA, the voice actress, I think she doesn't have that many roles. This is kind of like, I'm pretty sure one of her first roles, right? Yeah, she's got 3 roles, chat. She's got 3 roles. Actually, she has a role in City the Animation. I want to watch that. Actually. Oh, also, is Cinderella Grey coming out? I think Cinderella Grey might be coming out. But anyway, DANTSU Flame and Sua. So she's like, I don't know. I feel like she's incredibly talented and sounds really good. And this is like one of her first roles ever. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, she has a really cool accent. What's the deal with all those cards? Are they a unique banner or something? I think it's a selector pickup. So you get to choose one of these cards to have a higher rate of get, right? And then that's what it is, basically, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Anyway, the English patch wasn't working for me, so I'm just not going in blind on JP. So wait, the English patch isn't working for you either. Oh man, okay. Let me start my download really quick. Also, we have a special guest tonight, and you know, I think this is going to be a very important segment, especially for every Umamusume fan. I'm actually going to put out a tweet right now, but I'll have a video about it too. So like I guess it doesn't need to be, but this is the most important thing for all Uma fans. Watch now. I don't know. Let me see over here. Very impromptu, but I mean we're gonna be talking about it. Down arrow. Linked below. It's gonna be very important. But let me see here. Let me just get my download started for it, and then I believe they should be ready, and we'll be able to do this. Yeah. Give me 1 second though. Very important. What up, Emflim? Leah? No, not Leah. Leah arrives in every stream. She wouldn't be a special guest. She would be a regular beloved guest, but a regular guest. I'm just kidding. She would be a special guest. Where is my Umamusume? Where is that? I'm trying to get my Umamusume. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to just re-download it. I'm gonna have to type it. Umamusume. I think it'll be fine like this. Okay, cool. I'm I'm gonna get the Japanese version. So I guess we're gonna have to go in blind to play DANTSU Flame. Because I really do want to play DANTSU Flame. But yeah. Spechan cameo? No. Are you pulling in your main Japanese account or are you trying to make a new Japanese account? I have a Japanese account, but I was trying to play the English patch and it's just not working. So, it is what it is. Good thing I did, like, log into my account. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring in the guest. Let me go ahead and go over here. And then I'll be right back. I'll be right back here. Give me 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special, a very important guest tonight. We have Sketchy the Horse Guy. We have Sketchy the Horse Guy here with us today. How are y'all doing? Did you want to introduce yourself in case anyone doesn't know you?
Hello, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Sketchy the Horse Guy. I am a person who majors in the sport of horse racing at the University of Arizona Racetrack Industry Program. I also make horse racing videos on my own channel, Sketchy the Horse Guy. Those are my two main kind of contributions to society. Hey, everybody.
Excellent, excellent. And you go by Nathan, right? So.
Yep, Nathan. You can call me Nathan. You can call me Sketchy. You can call me Stupid for all I care. But those are my two main nicknames.
Okay, well, you're very far from stupid. We have Sketchy here, we have Nathan, and if you guys aren't familiar, probably one of the biggest videos that he's made was when he called for Skibbity Riz winning his first race. That got like, what, 600k views? And
yeah, I actually showed the sorority girls. They were impressed.
Oh yeah, that was really good, right?
Because
like,
yeah,
oh my god, I got 500,000 views.
Yeah, these sorority girls, they kept on saying 6'7" in the in the bus, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me? Here's some real brain rot. Listen to me go."
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they remember that video, but yeah, and ever since then, right? I think you were on my first episode for my podcast. My podcast, ideally, you know, hopefully I keep it going. Maybe we could schedule another episode after. But horsing around, we had you as a guest, and ever since then, you've been playing a lot of umamusume, or at least covering it, right, and talking about the horses on there, which I think everyone in the community is really appreciative of and really finds really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been bouncing around a little bit, but I'm trying my best to kind of hit all angles. I'm trying to kind of balance out making videos that I know Uma fans will enjoy by having a Japanese connection, but also making videos that are entirely about my country, America, so that people kind of get even more knowledge from me. Like, I guess for future video ideas that I'm currently working on, I have the script, but not the editing done. In the slightest for a double review of Road to the Top and Beginning of a New Era. I'm doing a double review of that, and I am also trying to make a video about a Hong Kong horse who won the 2000 Yasuda Kinen. If you can guess who that is, have fun.
2000? Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to guess that. I thought you were going to be talking about like Kai Rising, but yeah. Excuse me?
There's a connection there. There is a connection. Yeah? That's why I'm making video, but it's kind of like a flashback. Like before Kaiying Rising, this is what it looked like.
Right. I see. I see. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure those videos were going to be doing very well. And I think it's really cool that, like, we can, or rather you're trying to tie in American horse racing. Because I would imagine a lot of global fans are American. A lot of them are Southeast Asian as well. And being able to tie umamusume, this kind of interest, this niche IP, to, like, your homeland and, like, things that are, like, around you every day, I think is actually pretty cool and effective, right?
Exactly. And I guess that is kind of part of my more recent ambitious projects, as an example. But in general, especially because, I mean, in July, I nearly doubled my subscriber count because of all of you, because of all the new Uma fans.
Let's go.
This is all your fault. This is all your fault that you guys are too awesome. I can't handle all the awesome. But it's like, because of that, it's both scary and exciting because now I really want to make my videos even better. And I'm on kind of primitive hardware, but also like it did kind of inspire the trajectory of something that I'm trying to take to the real racing industry, because I think there's a real thing to be had here of transitioning young Uma fans into racing fans. I've seen it. I mean, in Indonesia, they're still going strong. They even have their own gold chip, actually.
Really?
His name's Prince Lupon. He's this tiny little red horse. But so some might know that he ran on Independence Day in Indonesia, Merdeka, but right before the finish line, he ducks. Like, he's going to win the race, and then he decides to just do a right turn, and he blows the race. Well, today, he decided to run again, and as soon as the gates open, just like Goldchip did, he rears up on his hind legs, and he gives the opponent a head start. So the entire new racing fans have now kind of embraced him as their own little Goldchip. And it's just
really
like,
cool.
that kind of stuff is so impressive to me.
Sorry, let me mute my alerts. Judge, what do you think for the gifted sub? Appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, let's get to exactly what we are here to do today, because I am recording this video, and I think this is going to be like very, very important for pretty much any umamusume fan ever, right? It's going to be very important for horse racing fans as well, and just to see exactly how we can bridge the gap, especially between like American horse racing, Western horse racing, European horse racing, and umamusume, which is an IP that at least everyone here all loves, right?
And I sure love it.
Right. Okay, so what exactly do we have here then, Sketchy? What do we have?
I'm glad you asked. So I think I talked about it a little bit on the original Horsing Around episode, but basically I made a very short survey, about 5 to 10 minutes, about 10 to 15 questions, and this survey is supposed to kind of scope out the kind of general opinions of people coming into umamusume, their knowledge with horse racing before they play the game, their knowledge afterward, and their general enthusiasm and desire to want to follow the real sport, and if that's something that is a real avenue for our marketing. And also, I think more importantly, the obstacles that hold off maybe newer fans of the sport from fully following it, and how we in the racing industry can do better. And I think some of you have done the survey before, because I shared it in my community tab. And there, I must say, I'm already so over the moon, because right now we're at 266 responses, and overwhelming of them are your Uma fans. So this
wait, how many? How many of them?
Out of 266 survey members, 243 were Uma fans.
Let's go. All right, hell yeah.
So we're already on a hot streak here.
Right.
But as we keep going, my hope is to try and hit 500. I think that if I can even just like show off, like, I think the sheer number of respondees can be
Uh,
part of the study. Proof that like we have some people here that we can really talk to, take advantage, and making new customers.
mhm. Right. Yeah. And I think if you know, if this type of survey can, have a lot of interest, have a lot of entries, right? I think it would just go to show like just how important umamusume is, or I guess programs like this are to bring and create more horse racing fans, kind of organically, right? And just like really in a way that gets them really engaged.
Exactly. And one of the, and semi spoiler alert, so far from this early kind of test sample,
Hmm.
a overwhelming amount of people who responded before they played Umamusume, they had either little or no knowledge of the sport of horse racing and
Hmm.
came out of it with more knowledge than they started. They agreed that they knew more about horse racing now that they played the game, and also that they had also it's overwhelming that there was at least either somewhat or strong interest to follow the sport in the outside world, on
Right.
TV. Oh, sorry, I'm fighting a cold here. Um, there's a lot of nuances to that, and some of the other answers, like the written answers that some people had, I thought were also quite interesting, and something that I will read out to people.
Right.
The big hope for this is that I'm presenting this at a thing called the Racing Symposium.
Hmm.
The Racing
Okay.
Symposium it's a big meetup of 500 to 600 racing executives, people with
Oh.
real power, influence. So I get to stand up in front of them and be like, "Hey, so horses are cute girls in Japan. Might want to get on that."
Yeah, we might need to get on
And
in on that for sure because like I mean, that is the case for me 100%. Like I had no idea, no interest at all in horse racing before Umamusume. But I mean what do we do last night, chat? I mean we watched the 2-year-old debut for Still I Rise. Uh we are planning on watching the Shuka show tonight. We watched the Everest last night as well. And I believe, I mean, way before that, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, right, which happened a couple weeks ago, right? So we're really
you have no
excited.
idea how genuinely effective that actually is.
Mhm.
Because finding places to watch horse racing is actually one of the difficulties that was mentioned in my survey.
Mm.
And it's something that I really do think should be tackled.
Mm.
It's like watching any other sport, really. So having like someone like you who is relaxed, approachable, he's one of you. You don't have hair either, all of you out there. Um, like someone is kind of approachable and kind of like, hey, this guy likes video games. This guy likes anime. And oh, this guy also likes this sport. It's a real legitimate gateway. So I can't emphasize that what you do is a really effective tool.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'm just kind of just sharing like what I'm a little bit more interested in. And I mean, with Still I Rise being like the progeny of Daiwa Scarlet Vodka, these are very popular characters and everything. It's all really cool. What I think, okay, so everyone wants a survey right now, but I think what would be kind of fun, right, is if I filled out my survey live, and also that you could be here to answer any questions. I don't know, like how long do you think this survey would last? Because I don't want to take up too much of your time if it's like really long or
It's
whatever.
it's 5 to 10 minutes. I purposely
Oh.
tried to make it very short
Hmm.
because I care more about the quantity, because I don't want to discourage people by doing something that's too long and overwhelming,
Hmm.
because the whole point is for me to kind of ease people who may not be familiar with the sport into it
Right.
and share the world. So you got to start short, you got to start simple. If I had things my way, I would have definitely, gone into a lot more intimate detail, but like who wants to be on a survey for 30 minutes?
Right.
So, I cut down I focused on the meat. Like, what are the most important things I want to get out of this? And so this won't take you too long, probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And yeah, I'll gladly answer questions about the survey to kind of clear things up. I am not a perfect survey maker. I'm just a guy with a passion.
I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, so I have the link over here, and I'm gonna click it, and then after I'm done, chat, I will link it to you guys. And for YouTube, I will make sure to have it in the pinned comment in the description below. Make sure you guys fill it out because I think it's very, very important. So, let me go. Is that link good? The one that you sent earlier?
It should be. I've actually been using it to resend to other people, and other places for promotion, so it should still work.
All right, then let me go ahead and click that. Okay, cool. So it says, University of Arizona, thank you for taking the time to complete the short survey about horse racing games. Your feedback will help us better understand player interests, preferences, and how these games can support the sport of racing. This survey will take 5 minutes. And so what we have over here, let me just move MAMBO for a bit. Which of these games have you played this year? Select all that apply, and I'm gonna answer whatever is honest to me. We got Umamusume Pretty Derby, we got Rival Stars Horse Racing, and Photo Finish Live, and then none. Well, I mean, I think it's very obvious which one.
You get kicked off.
Oh, if you click none, you get clicked off.
Yeah, so please don't, not even for a joke. Don't even it kills you. That's like a self-delete move. That's like rearing up starting gates.
Okay, guys, don't click none. Don't click. That's actually pretty important to say. Okay, cool. So we are gonna click. I mean, Umamusume Pretty Derby. I've never ever personally heard of the other games, so I mean that's what it is for me. We're gonna go ahead and do that. So, Umamusume Pretty Derby. Click next. And it says over here, how many hours a week do you spend playing Umamusume Pretty Derby? We have less than 5, 6 to 10, 11, 15, or 16 to 20 plus. Well, this one, I mean, obviously for me, right? It's gotta be the 16 to 20 plus. We have way too many hours. I mean, what do I have it on Steam right now? What do I have on Steam? I have 616.8 hours. What did you say?
Oh my god!
Yeah. I mean, I stream it, and, I play it pretty much every day, and this 616.8 hours, by the way, is only on Steam. It is not counting, like, how I play on my phone. So, which is even more because it's, like, more convenient. Yeah. I mean, we play a lot of games here. We play a lot of games. Okay, so
Mike Miller's catching up to you. They have 409.
Wait, which you? Who has?
Mike Miller. They said they're at 409 hours. So watch out. Mike Miller's coming for you.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, I'll make sure to keep track of that, and I'll maybe I mean, it'd be cool if I could just see how many hours I have on my phone too. But I don't think I have an iPhone, so I don't think it'll track it. But, okay, cool. So we could go ahead and get past that one. It says, how likely is it that you would recommend Umamusume Pretty Derby to a friend or colleague? Well, I mean, I've already recommended it to a lot of my friends. Some to, very good success. And, it's very nice. To some others, they didn't really like it that much, which is all good. But I will 100% recommend it, right? So that's what it is. And then let's see over here. On average, how much money will you spend on Umamusume Pretty Derby this month? Oh, I don't like this question. I don't like it. I don't like this question.
That's important.
I don't like.
My director was like, hey, look, we gotta figure out the customer size because maybe people who spend more money are more likely to support our sport. Basically saying, whales. We get the whales? Do we harpoon the whales?
Right. Well, hey, I'll tell you one thing, okay? Especially if it's more geared towards Umamusume fans. Those horse plushies, the one that you have of Gold Chip or Grass Wonder, Tokai Teo, those would sell immensely. If I could get a little horse plushie of journalism, that would be it. That would be it. I'd buy so many.
Telling these idiots, telling people in the industry for so long, and I'm like,
Right?
why have we not done this yet? Seriously, what is the big issue? I mean, frankly, even if you don't have what's the word, even if you can't get the name copyright, you know how easy it is to make like a bootleg name, like it's AliExpress.
Right.
Change journalism to Sports Illustrated.
Dude, yeah, I mean, we need to just get more of these type of merchandise. I think it'd be really good, and especially with umamusume. I mean, if you point them to like the Japanese articles, I think a lot of like female fans came to like actual horse races because of umamusume, which is really interesting. But yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm dying over here. But actually, heck, funny story. After your stream, I did actually at one point I went to a racetrack in Washington called Emerald Downs, and there were two cosplayers. One was Daiwa Scarlet, and the other was Tokai Teo. And and they let me kind of just. And it was their first time ever going to the races. And I told them all about what I do, what my purpose in life is, and their horse history. Well, their horse's history, not them.
Right, right.
And if it weren't for the fact I was going to the Breeders' Cup, they invited me and were like, could you announce us this like horse race, this Uma race that's going on at like a Seattle con? And I'm like, I wish, but I'm at the Breeders' Cup.
Oh, yeah. No, we got to do that. And I'll be there too. So, you know, I might be able to see you there.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
I can't wait to see it, dude.
That would be really sick. Okay, so for this this question is a very sensitive topic, but thankfully I'm not on the 1,000 plus. But for stream, I think I am. Chat, I think I'm pretty much here. I think I am, because what do we have? We had Summer Marzensky. And then, I mean, I could look at my channel, I guess, for my pull videos. We did pull for Fuji Kiseki. That was a couple weeks ago. Okay. Yeah. And then we also did Hishi Amazon. That was a month ago, or probably less than a month. Then
do the thumbnails lie?
The thumbnails do not really lie, no. They don't. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there we go. We're definitely there. You're 1,000 plus? You are 1,000 plus? Wait, am I?
If you do the math, I don't know. Math is math.
Like this one, I think this 900 is accumulated from like the other videos. I don't think it's actually by itself. Hishi Amazon actually, I actually got her pretty quickly. But for Fuji and for Summer Marzensky, I'm pretty sure there was a time where it was like that, but I think right now I am like around here. I think I am. Since the game launched, you probably average. Okay, fine. You know what? Okay, yeah. I definitely spent over $1,000 for sure. This is like in a month. Not in a month exactly, but at least before it was pretty bad. So, that is I am the whale in this equation. In this survey.
Sorry for exposing you like that, but then again, your thumbnails did it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't hide from the thumbnails. It is what it is. All right. Well, I'm sorry, say again.
I'm also gonna get those great thumbnails.
Oh yeah, no, they're really nice. I really like them.
I need your graphic designer. He does a great job.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know. And then what we have over here after that is just remind me after. But what was your understanding of the sport of horse racing before you played the game? Oh, that's easy. That one's easy. I had no knowledge of horse racing at all. I had zero knowledge. I think like one of my first streams for umamusume, like after making all the guides for global and everything, I remember very distinctly that my chat was talking to me about an American horse by the name of Secretariat. And I said, who? And they all just like their mouths, their jaws dropped, right? I could see their jaws dropping through the screen. They couldn't comprehend how I didn't know who Secretariat was. The only horse I knew by name was Seabiscuit. And that's just because he has a movie.
I respect that. I respect that, though.
That's the only one I knew. So, and even then, I don't even know, like, what type of horse was Seabiscuit? What races did Seabiscuit do? I didn't watch the movie. I just know that he has a movie. You know what I mean? Secretariat also has a movie? I'm sorry,
yeah, I'll tell you this right now, actually. Seabiscuit was the first Oguri cap.
Oh, okay.
Seabiscuit, he started his career at the bottom.
Right.
As a 2-year-old horse, he ran 35 times.
Mm-hmm.
He only won 5 of them. He was absolutely abused. And it actually turned him into a pretty bitter animal, but then he found new owners. He was purchased for a low price by a millionaire named Charles Howard. He was trained by a silent guy named by an almost totally quiet trainer named Tom Smith, who spoke horse more than he spoke English. And he was ridden by a low-level jockey named Red Pollard. He was not a bad jockey, but he wasn't great. And that horse really made him great. So together they became kind of these hard luck heroes during the Great Depression, a kind of symbol of America, which is why people love them. So they went to the top. Instead of the Arimakinen, the biggest race that they ran in was the Santa Anita Handicap, which was the first regularly run $100,000 race. And this was in the 30s. Wow. So pretty insane. He lost the race 2 years in a row by a nose, just like that. From different circumstances. But his 2 final highlights were that he ran against a Triple Crown winner named War Admiral, who was the son of Man of War, who was the original greatest horse of all time, and Seabiscuit's grandfather, and he beat that Triple Crown winner in a one-on-one match race, something we don't do anymore. And a third of the nation listened as he defeated War Admiral. Then after that, he tore a ligament. He got hurt. And this is going to sound familiar, and I'm trying not to say any spoilers here, but he actually recovered, and he won his final race, which was the $100,000 Santa Anita Handicap, a.k.a. The richest race in the world at the time, and the one race he had yet to ever win. So he finally did it. Also, just like Oguri Cap, he had a crooked leg. He had a crooked leg that would jab out wildly, and he ate a lot, despite only being about 15. He was only about 5'1" at his shoulder, and he ate crazy. He also had a friend. He also had animal companions, like a stable pony, and allegedly a spider monkey and a dog.
A spider monkey? What is even a spider monkey? Is it a type of monkey? Right?
It is a real monkey, yes.
Okay.
I don't know the validity of that story. That one's probably apocryphal. But what we do know is that to keep Seabiscuit happy, he had this cow pony named Pumpkin, who was basically like a stereotypical kind of quarter horse, and he had a dog with big ears. Here we are. Apparently, there was a spider monkey named Jojo, and Jojo was the buddy of Seabiscuit. So I guess Seabiscuit went on JoJo Bizarre Adventures.
Right. Dang. I believe you actually know that reference too. But no, I have no idea. And I guess maybe now I'll watch the movie, right? I mean, I could spend maybe some of my $1,000 in something there. What's up?
It's my favorite movie of all time. Highly recommend it. So yeah, Seabiscuit, in short, is the original Cinderella Grey. Instead, he was Cinderella Bay.
Oh, Cinderella Bay. Okay. Well,
that was his color. He wasn't great.
Right. I definitely will try and get to watch it then, because it sounds really interesting and just almost like a Disney movie in a sense that they have this one horse and a bunch of his weird little companions. That's really interesting. But
the movie doesn't focus on that as much. They focus more on the Great Depression. That's how they got that Oscar nomination. But
right, I see. All right, well, we have over here the next one. Since you've played this game, would you consider yourself more knowledgeable about the sport of horse racing? Oh yeah, I mean 100%. I 100% know way more about sports or about horse racing than I ever did. I mean, I knew nothing, right? So absolutely way more knowledgeable. I think a lot of people here would strongly agree as well, right? But yeah.
I hope so.
We'll see. Well, besides that, we have having played the game, or sorry, excuse me, having played the game, do you have an interest in following real life horse racing on TV or online? Oh yeah, I mean I do that right now. I do that right now, and I even broadcast it, and we watch it together, right? We watch not only current horse racing, but we watch like the horse races that the umamusume have done, because again they're based off real life horses, right? I think very recently the Cinderella Grey episode that just dropped, I think episode 15 if I'm not mistaken, that was like Super Creek's sort of not debut but like spotlight race, where she raced in the 1988 Kika show and just had like a crazy and an insane performance. It was an amazing race, and you can watch the video on my YouTube channel. I think I react to it over here. Yeah, the Cinderella Grey race was amazing. I think it was really
some fun lore drop about that.
Yeah.
And there's probably some hints to it in the episode, but Super Creek is very well known for being the horse who pioneered his great jockey Takataki.
Yes.
Who's the goat of Japanese racing, and that race was his kind of first real shining example of his skill and prowess, and it was all down to he didn't know which horse he was going to ride, and Super Creek grabbed his sleeve.
Right.
By grabbing his sleeve, he realized, I have to pick you. And in the race, just like I assume in the show, the way he was able to do it was that on the far turn, the rail opens temporarily. So for a while he was blocked, but when he found that opening, he just went right through it, and he takes the lead and he wins. And that's when everyone realized this guy's good and this horse is serious. And because of that, they developed a very close relationship. Although it was Takatake who mommied the horse and kind of talked to the horse in a cutesy voice. But that kind of babying of his star horse who gave him that success is why the horse Super Creek is considered so, let's just call it maternal.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to put it. And yeah, no, that was his first G1 win. That was like an insane performance too, and a lot of sharp wit as well, for sure. The Goo Goo babies, yeah, the memes. Anyway,
I can't stand them. I freaking hate Goog babies, but it gives me an excuse to tell people about the real story. And I'm like, all right, get your face out of that. Time for you to learn some ball.
Well, I mean, it's a good reminder. It's definitely a good like meme just to like bring up with Super Creek. Anyway, it's always fun. What else we got? We got, which of the following statement best describes your interest in attending a live horse race? Oh, well, I've never attended a horse race, but the game has made me more interested in attending in the future. And actually, I'm attending the Breeders' Cup Classic. I think I can't answer that, but I probably put that over here. I'm way more interested. I might even go to like the Arima Kinen. Like I might want to just go to Japan, honestly, by the end of the year.
Take a flight, really cool. Celebrate Christmas. Take a flight, celebrate Christmas. Frankly, that stream would go insane.
Yeah, you think so? Dang. Actually, I think I don't
really
know.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, if the Breeders' Cup does too, or like I'm about to go on vacation and stream IRL. I mean, I might. I mean, that just seems really fun. But,
I really do hope so. I really wish you all the best in your quest as a new racing fan. As despite being older than you, older racing fan.
Right. For sure. No, you are my senior in horse racing. Absolutely.
And I'm all your seniors too. Questions for me, you can always ask.
Absolutely. All right. So that one, I think that would probably be the best one, right? I've never attended a horse race. I don't think other really applies, right? That would probably be better.
Yeah, other is usually for people who just want to add extra comments.
Okay, cool.
Oh god, someone said sketchy senpai. Oh wait a minute, that's because senpai is like, isn't that literally teacher in its original like language?
Sensei is teacher.
Oh,
Senpai is like a senior, so like like an upperclassman essentially. Someone who's done something longer than you doesn't necessarily have to be restricted to school. But yeah.
okay. So yeah, that shows how much I know the Japanese language because I can barely even speak my own language. Um, so I always appreciate the help. And also, I do appreciate all the people who've been helping me get a little better at pronouncing. I know that my pronunciations of Japanese horse racing things are horrendous, but I promise every video I am trying to get better.
It's okay. It's okay. You make it up. You make it up with the content. Easy. All right.
Yay.
How? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying yay.
Very good. Okay. How easy were you able to find information about the sport of horse racing? How easy was it for me? Probably not very easy, but I mean, in a sense, it is easy. But I guess like for other people, I don't anticipate it would be, because basically I have like you and I talked to this guy on Twitter. His name's Archie, who is really into Japanese horse racing. He actually helped me out quite a bit in like trying to set up my or rather tell me how to watch Japanese horse racing with like my VPN. By the way, use Surfshark !VPN in the chat. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be very easy for a lot of people. Pretty much where I get my stuff is like Twitter. I get stuff through chat. I get stuff through Archie and you. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I guess the point, I guess like the question is a little vague. It's kind of like it's based on person to person about what you really want to know. Like if you're not getting what you want to know about horse racing, I'd recommend you go with difficult because then
Right.
it's hard. 'Cause,
Right.
like you can find the basic Wikipedia information, but if you find yourself having a lot of trouble understanding like or finding information on okay, what is a graded stakes race, or okay, when is the Breeders' Cup Classic? When is racing going on in my area? Like if you find that difficult to find, then I recommend then put down difficult or slightly extremely difficult. But if you find it easy to kind of immerse yourself and find yourself in horse racing, then I think that's my intent with the question.
Hmm.
But I will also leave it partially up to you guys because I can't dictate how you guys think. It's like when the dude tried saying, "No, the cool effects thing in my anime, I think it was either Sword Art or Demon Slayer. No, that's all just visual. That doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
You
No.
can't tell us how to think."
Sorry. Go ahead.
That was the end of my sentence.
Oh, got it. Well, I mean, yeah, for me, I would probably just say it's slightly difficult. Because yeah, it's I think the ability to be like immerse yourself in the sport of horse racing really comes down to interest. And I mean, I get a lot of help, but I know a lot of people don't. So I feel like it's not very easy for me to find out exactly everything I want to know as quickly as I can. Because sometimes it's just like you don't even know what to look up. So I'll put myself under slightly difficult. I think that should be good.
I appreciate the honesty, and
Mhm.
I want to kind of address that when I talk to the executives.
Yeah. I mean, if it was easier, maybe more like I guess Twitter or YouTube or just more modern sort of ways of broadcasting and messaging, I think that could probably go a long way. Yeah. But yeah, what's the next question we got? What barriers to entry are there for you to follow horse racing on TV or online? Okay, yeah. I mean, I only know like a couple. Like the biggest social media accounts I follow is like Nakayama Festa, who's really into Japanese horses, and Archie, who's into Japanese horse racing. And then there's this one other guy who is Japanese, and he tries to get like overseas people into horse racing too. That's about it. I don't know which other accounts to follow. and I think that would probably check this box. But besides that, I
I'd
don't
say
know.
so, yeah. I mean,
Right.
the people you're following are unofficial but dedicated. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
official accounts that horse racing is supposed to provide for people aren't doing their job by reaching you.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's definitely hard, but like it's also, yeah, it's not really there. But I don't know where to watch horse racing on TV or online. Pretty much, I just kind of learned how I could watch Japanese horse racing myself. And for horse racing like live, it's kind of difficult. I kind of got the gist of it now. I go basically on FanDuel, and I think that's it. You don't even have to pay for the part that watches horse racing, apparently. So I just watched that. But other than that, it's kind of murky, right?
Especially if you don't want to download a gambling app, it is kind of difficult. And you also have to interject that with like Equibase, which is America's horse racing data site for all horses that run in the country. So, you know, if you don't know that, then all you're seeing is a bunch of numbers and names.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely a little difficult. And it's funny that you bring up Equibase too, because I feel like Equibase, the site itself is not as easy for me to look at, I guess in the way that it's just formatted. I don't know. If I look at it like this.
What would you want to know when looking at Equibase? Because I could answer some of your questions about it.
Maybe, yeah. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I don't know. I guess I just really do prefer, I guess, I prefer colors, I guess. It goes a long way. If I go to Netkaba and I look up Croix du Nord, right? I could take a look at his form. I mean, like, it's there too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. I am probably just biased. What's his pedigree?
I think this is a real thing to bring up. Like, the design is definitely. I mean, this is how Equibase has looked for over 10 years. I think an overhaul couldn't hurt things. Also, kind of the layout compared to say Netkaba is difficult. In my opinion, I think the one of the best horse data websites is the Hong Kong Jockey Club, because for free you get all the reports, all the descriptors, pictures, and also video replays for free. Not even Netkaba has that for free.
Right. I think it's a premium subscription.
So, like, if you look at Taiyig Rising, you can, like, in a heartbeat, like I see you right now on the cursor, you can watch his first race. You can even watch the 2 times he lost to the same horse, Wonderbar.
Oh. Maybe over here. Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool. And
then you can just click the multi-angle. And then you can, there's the picture analysis, and you can also click the multi-angle replay. And then if you look at the replay, you can follow the leading horse, you can do an aerial, or you can do a partial.
That's amazing. Wait,
like,
that's
no other website has this.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I was gonna say the only like thing I have against this, like, that is really good, and like I think they have like a pedigree probably somewhere, right? I don't know. That's something I noticed that Netkaba seems to have is the pedigree, which I see Curlin and Mopotism. I think that's what it is. But one thing Mopotism, sorry. One thing that I didn't like about this one in particular is just that it doesn't have the name of the races. Over here.
That is a drawback, and you have to click the actual results itself to find the name. That is a little unfortunate. But it's at least kind of there.
Yeah, I mean, everything else is really good. Everything else is extremely good. I think it's just that one little thing.
There's got to be some way to combine everything good about every racing website and make it into a universal database.
Right. No, that would be really cool. A universal one would be cool. Or just like, you know, make Equibase a little better. That could be cool too. I don't know where to find a beginner's guide to the sport. Are there beginner's guides? There's probably like some YouTube beginner's guides. You probably made one, right? I haven't seen it, but
I actually haven't because I don't know where to really start. But I
right.
do feel like one of my more recent videos, I
Mhm.
feel like I really do want to at some point make a very educational video, be like, "Hello there. Would you like to learn about the sport of horse racing? Well, here you go." But I'm actually not as regularly at racetracks as you'd think.
Right.
But I feel like it could be. I don't know if you guys like have like a video like idea for like a horse racing for dummies video,
Mhm.
then I'll gladly take any ideas you can get to get an iota of start.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, especially with this, I'll link you as like a collaborator too, for the YouTube video. I think a lot of people will be able to kind of reach out to you and let you know. But last thing I hear is
And I also do the Discord server up there.
you have a Discord server? Oh yeah.
Yeah. And in the Discord server, in the same way that Rednu does, we also regularly do horse racing watch party. We do watch party stuff. There's channels for like archiving history. Umamusume has its own dedicated channel. And also just media, photography, even just goofy racing comments, and
Right.
just discussing horse racing in general. Archie Brooks, actually, the person that you also like, he also has a Discord server
Mm.
with the same kind of hardcore kind of racing casual mentality
Mm.
as me. So me and Archie, who Red News also endorse and I endorse, we both got that out there.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'll make sure to maybe remind me, try and link your Discord too, just so people can kind of get into it more. But I think for me, I will put something other, right? For my comments, I would love to watch live horse racing without having to interact with, I guess, gambling or betting. And the other thing would be I would also like Equibase to look a little more similar to Netkeiba or Hong Kong Jockey Club.
Yeah, Hong Kong Jockey Club. Heck, last year during the presentations, the person who was presenting, he read out other comments. So depending on how it pans out, this could be read in front of the executives. So if you guys want something that I find really insightful to be read out to these people, I can do that, but I also only have 10 minutes to present, so not everyone can get
Right.
heard directly through that.
Yeah, no, you gotta pick the most effective one for sure. But yeah, like the pedigree isn't shown, right? It's just the parents, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is pedigree query for full-blown horse racing lineage stuff.
Hmm.
But like adding all these websites, like, oh, if you want this, you want this, and if you want this, you want this, like it can get annoying after a while, and I
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
Mobitism ran in the Kentucky Oaks, actually. She was pretty good, although unfortunately she has since passed, unexpectedly.
Oh, unfortunate.
But she was a great mother, and concise people, sketchies on time crunch. You can say as much or as little as you want. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, he'll
For a
pick the
general
best.
service,
He'll pick the best ones.
also in general, the other thing also is that in general, for all the responses, I'll probably start really writing about my data findings by November, like mid-November, about a month from now, because I think then, everyone who wants to fill out the survey will have, and I'll have enough data to really really talk. How much I have already is amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough for that.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's all good stuff, so I think everyone's appreciated to hear that. Okay, so what barriers to entry are there for you to attend a live horse race? I mean, there are racetracks near me, apparently. It's not that close, but it's like, roughly, I mean, it's in the same state. I don't have the time or the money. I think that's probably like to the time maybe, but I'm intimidated about going to the racetrack or other. I'm actually not. I think other is like I'm not really aware of really cool races to watch besides Triple Crown and Breeders' Cup. That's kind of like, that's what I feel. Like, I'm not even too sure like how big the Pacific Classic, I think that's what it was, the Pacific Classic was. Yeah, Classic Stakes. So I'm not too sure how like impactful that was, or if it is like a really big race. I'm just not very familiar with it.
It was a $1 million G1. And it kind of sets up the stage for who's gonna for early favoritism.
For like upcoming races, you're saying?
For the Breeders' Cup.
Right. Got it. Okay, so it's like a precursor, but it's also G1, right? So
yeah, so that could also be like that actually is you've kind of opened my eyes to maybe adding an extra kind of question category that basically says I don't know when my track is running.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Or whether I'm not too sure.
I'll think about that.
But besides that,
cool.
well, yeah, but besides that, let's see here. I don't have the time or the money. I'm intimidated about going to the racetrack. I don't know. Intimidated? I'm not too exactly sure. I think it's like kind of a time and money thing because it is a little out of the way for me. So I don't know. Maybe I click this too. But yeah, I think it's probably just around that, right? I'm not too sure what other races to watch. But besides that, country of residence, that's gonna be United States. Easy. And then gender is male. Age range, I am around here. Yeah. I am 32. So there you go. Anyway. All right. Cool. So would that be it? I click submit.
Yep, that's the whole survey.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. So I click that, and you have added text into an unselected answer choice. Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. Now I think that should be good. We'll go over here.
Hopefully, I'm the guy who programmed it, so.
Well, okay, so that's the form. Let me go ahead and link it to you guys in the chat. And
all right, release
yeah. Say again?
And we're off and racing.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, we get a lot of responses. I think we could definitely smash that number, the 500. I think we could get a lot more, especially if I am going to make this into a video. So I think that would be fun. But, yeah.
It's pretty covered. The only thing I'll have to also think about is, or the only other thing that I think, what's the word? I guess the only other thing I have to really think of is just making sure to not just market it for umamusume, but for the other two games, because there are people who are playing the other games. So Uma, thanks to you and thanks to all you lovely people, that's covered. Now I just have to kind of promote it and hopefully get enough samplings from the other games too. I have one. I know how to get the photo finish survey. I think I'll get enough people there. Rival Stars, I'm hoping to kind of push toward what's the word? Up to like maybe 50 to 100 for Rival Stars. But Uma, I'm expecting you guys to absolutely just obliterate, and I think that'll kind of fit my fit the story I'm telling, which maybe isn't the best attitude to have for surveying, but it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. That like, oh yeah, I promoted the survey everywhere, but you know who latched on the most? You guys. These are the people we could really talk to.
No, yeah, absolutely. And again, just to reiterate how important I think this is, I think this just will very much go to show, especially like the executives that you're going to be showing this, just how important umamusume is to a lot of people, how it does create genuine horse racing fans, how I mean, like, at least for me, I have some money to whale around with, so, maybe I could be buying some more product, you know. Besides that, though, I like my biggest hope is that whether they, I don't know, make a umamusume or I don't know, some kind of cartoon for horses, I think that could be cool. But I think what would be really cool, I think the biggest goal is like if they could sell or license out like the likeness and, you know, being able to depict horses like Secretariat, like Seabiscuit, I guess Silent Susuka, or not, Silent Sunday Silence, sorry. I don't know if that's a thing that they would do.
You got it.
Yeah. But you know, just like make them more open to these ideas, because I think umamusume, they do a really good job. They do a good job in, you know, making sure people kind of respect the horses too, and respect the legacy, respect their stories, and treat them, you know, appropriately. So I think it's yeah, and I mean it'd be really cool to see more stories, you know, adapted. I think in that kind of universe.
I sure as I hope so. I mean, we have a lot of great stories here in America.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Heck,
yeah.
even Japan hasn't hit every great horse story there is.
Really? Yeah. No, I definitely would love to know a lot about that, because I mean, they're hopefully they could do it, but it's just like, yeah, it's a licensing issue for them over there too. So I mean, like, who knows? Maybe the survey will change things by quite a bit. But okay, well, let me go ahead and sign off the YouTube video, and then I don't know if you could stick around for more questions real quick, if you don't mind.
Well, I can. I'll be here as long as you want me. I'll probably I'm probably good for another half hour. But yeah, I'll absolutely like hang around, answer more questions. I want to be as much of help in kind of talking about horse racing and just talking to all of you and continuing this relationship.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right. Well, if you guys want to fill out the survey, it's going to be pinned in the description, or rather pinned in the comments below. It's going to be linked in the description. Fill it out. Fill it out. It's really fast. It's really easy. I took a little bit of a longer time because I was asking sketchy questions, and I was, you know, trying to make this a little entertaining. So fill it out. It's really quick, really easy, really fast. And I think, you know, hopefully this is something to help like the umamusume community, fan base, make a real impact in a sport that they seem to really enjoy, thanks to it. So thank you very much. Sketchy, did you have anything else you want to say at the end of the video here?
Go horse racing. Thank you all so much for giving me your time. And hopefully together we can continue to give horse racing and our horses a brighter tomorrow.
Absolutely. Great. All right. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment below. And I'll, oh yeah, use code MAMBO, 10% off gamer subs. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye. All right.
All right, Buckshot
cool.
has a question. I'm in chat. Yes, I am in chat, Buckshot.
But yeah, we had one question from Judge Bunny. By the way, that cucumber, thank you for resubbing tier 1, and Judge Bunny again, thank you for gifting a sub. What do we have? Judge Bunny, did you have your question? I don't know if you could paste it. Okay, there you go. If you want to answer that one. Do you see it in chat? Or
where is it?
Twitch? Oh, okay. Let me.
I'm not on Twitch. I'm on YouTube.
Oh, I'll read it out to you. It says, "Hi Nathan, I just watched the vid of Secretariat winning the Belmont Stakes in 1973. His record is still unbroken to this day, I think? Question mark. What made Secretariat such a god of a horse? Thanks for being here."
There's a lot of things that go into making him such a perfect storm of an animal. A lot of people bring up the heart. The heart was definitely, it helped. But also just physically, he was so gifted. Like in terms of physicality, when people point out like the way that his body is built, there's not a single flaw. He has a perfect body. Like he is the equivalent of like he's muscly, but he's still lean enough to run fast. Also just had this incredible thing where he worked better the harder he worked, the harder he trained. Before the Belmont Stakes, they ran him a mile in a workout, and he ran that, and the time he clocked was faster than the horses who were racing earlier that day. So they trained hard, and when they trained him hard, his successes only went up. He only just kind of, he was like a diamond. He would just build under pressure. He's the only horse who's been able to full out sprint at a mile and a half. And some of it is just freakishness. As for his times, another thing that did benefit him is that the tracks in those days were built differently. They were harder, they were faster, easier to traverse. As we aim to make racing safer for the horse, the tracks are softer now. And by being softer and kind of better layered, it slows down the racing a second or two, but it's better on the horse's legs. So that's one thing that gives him an inherent advantage over modern horses. His breeding was also a good mix of incredible speed from his father, but also stamina from his mother, Something Royal, and more specifically, the dam sire, Prince Quillo. There is a million things that kind of made Secretariat what he was. But he could just kind of glide over a surface. He could do anything. He could go from last to first. He could go to the lead. It was just a matter of what you wanted to do with him, and he would do his best to oblige.
Yeah, it sounds like he was just able to adapt to anything just by being perfect.
It was as close to a perfect horse as he could get, The problem was that the people around him were not perfect. That's how he lost, was that he ran in races that he did not belong when he wasn't ready. That was how he got beat. But at the same time, that's also just kind of how being an athlete works. Even a horse like Secretariat is still flesh and blood. That's why I made a video about how all of Secretariat's defeats, not to slander him, but to bring context to who he is as an animal, and how no matter how perfect you are, you can still lose. I even say directly in the video, like another GOAT, Muhammad Ali, he lost 5 times.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's, I guess, very unlikely for there to be a perfect record. I mean, it's a miracle every time a horse wins a race, right? At least that's what I remember you saying. So.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. But like also, Secretariat, you can't make again. And the way I know this is the fact that we have all of his kids being so many kids were directly related to him. And also the fact that Secretariat was actually the third and youngest full sibling. The Bold Ruler and Something Royal, Secretariat's parents, they had 3 babies together. You've never heard of the first 2 now, have you? Despite being identical siblings, there's only one Secretariat.
No, yeah. I mean, it's tough to remake perfection. Let me see over here. So I think that answers that question, right? Let's see. I think this is related to the Secretariat one, so we'll do this one and then we'll go to Kosuna Koizumi. But I think, how does making the track softer help the horse? Does the track absorb some of the shock from all the running in place of the horse's legs?
Yeah, like, making a safe racetrack is a literal science. And there are multiple layers to a dirt track, that are done today. As, we say in Shrek, it's like an onion. And there are layers to the track that are designed to kind of, that are designed in ways so that it helps drain, like tracks drain at different rates for moisture. The tracks are regularly watered so that they don't get too, like, dry and concrete. But, like, the amount of, like, kind of design we've kind of put in, because there's multiple layers underneath, it helps aid in cushioning the horse. Also, tracks are the turns are made at a slight angle, which helps with runoff, and it also aids in helping the horse make turns.
Hmm.
It's called banking. Like if you look at the horseshoe race, there's a slight embankment on that sloppy track, and that's to help the horses turn. And also because the track is all rained out, it helps move the water to the side.
Right. I mean, for the track too, though, like if it's soft, isn't it? I guess kind of hard for them to kind of pull their legs out as well, or anything, or like.
That is true. If it's for dirt track specifically, if a track is muddy, there's two kind of things that can happen. A muddy track can actually be faster because if it rains enough, you kind of strip a layer of the track, so it's easier for a horse to glide, but it's also harder, in a
Hmm.
weird way. So, if where it gets dangerous is if it gets through all the layers enough, the horse isn't splashing through the mud, it's hitting the bottom layer, which
Hmm.
isn't good. Um, but also, if it rains just a little bit, it slows things down because now it's all wet and goopy. Um,
Hmm.
for a soft course on the grass, like when we were talking about with Europe,
Hmm.
Europe compared to Japan, their grass courses are grown differently. They grow different grass. Japan uses imported Italian grass. Actually, in the earlier days of Japan, they used to grow grass that was yellow, but they did change that to a more European style. But also, a lot of European countries like France and Britain get rained a lot more. So they just naturally absorb so much more moisture and they tear up the track.
Cool.
And that's why some horses are good at soft versus firm. Because when you put your foot down, you're sucking in that stickiness.
Hmm.
And every step, you lose a little more energy than maybe you would have. And it builds up over a mile and a half. Uh, and for a horse like Dariz, he's used to this. He was born in France. He loves the rain. For a Japan horse, uh, who is not as used to the moisture, it drains your energy.
Oh right, yeah. So, and that's kind of cool because like in the fact in the sense that how it carries over to the game, because actually I believe heavy tracks, there's track conditions, it does affect stamina sort of consumption rates. And it's actually like a thing, you know? It's a thing that to sort of uh, I mean, like for a champions meeting, you already know like the track conditions and like what exactly the course would look like. So it helps a lot to just kind of know that, and you have to factor that in. But
Exactly.
bes- yeah. Besides this, let's see here. So I think that answers that. Um, it says from Kosuna Koizumi, uh, ask about his vision of the future of horse racing business-wise, ease of access, stream integration, focus on betting, and let everyone to stream. Maybe like restream it is probably what he's saying. I would love for them to allow me to restream it. They should do that, right? And I don't know exactly what I don't think on Twitch I could redirect them to betting though. That's probably not going to work. But I mean, if interest is all that's needed, I can definitely restream it.
Um, so before I answer that, there was an interesting question by Carlos. So he's
Okay.
asking if El Pasa did well in the Ark because he was born in America where he grew up in mud and dirt. That is, it's a good guess, but that's not why El Condor Pasa figured it out. El Condor Pasa did have some dirt breeding,
Hmm.
which did help him. But also, the other thing about El Condor Pasa is that unlike most of the other horses here in Japan that try the Arc, he had a full-fledged campaign in France, a whole year to train, to do it. The biggest difficulty when traveling outside of your country is that you're a fish out of water. Condor
Right.
Pasa had until May to October to get used to the surface. He was also gifted with some natural ability to handle softer ground, which is also why he could run on dirt. He could handle the sandiness because Japan's dirt tracks are deeper. but he also had a lot more time. Um, Now, going to the other question, which was about surveying the future of horse racing, and especially in America's case, we really need to get up with the times in terms of technology. In general, as shown with the Equibase site, horse racing is usually about 30 years in the past. So I think easy access um, is probably one of the biggest things that can happen. I think that the other thing also is that racing has to kind of balance both promoting itself as gambling and promoting itself as entertainment. Because there are people who are coming in here now who are watching horse racing and don't necessarily want to bet. So horse racing has to find a way, in my opinion, to make money off of people who don't necessarily want to place a bet, but still enjoy the beauty of the animal, which is still something you can make money off of. Maybe merchandise.
Yeah.
Is one way that could be possible. Heck, the track I went to at Emerald Downs, the way they keep the lights on is admission price because of all the entertainment they have. Like the weekend I came was Oktoberfest, so they had Bavarian pretzels, apple strudel, live German music at the racetrack. It made the small track come alive, and it made it worthwhile to pay $10 for an admission fee, which is steep by racing standards, but that $10 keeps the lights on where the betting doesn't. Racing has the ability, unlike a casino, to be both gambling and entertainment. And the way to get both is to move to the future and be able to maximize both customers, because horse racing can get live attendances and take advantage of that revenue in a way a casino can't. When we just focus on gambling like we're doing now, we lose. We always will lose.
Yeah, I mean, because it's already here, right? And it's not doing too well. But I do agree, like, if with Koizumi in that, like, I don't know, if it was easier, I don't know. I guess I'm just not familiar with gambling or like sports betting at all. So I actually don't even know how I would begin to gamble. I know if I could just sit down for like 30 minutes or an hour, I could do it. But like, I do think, I don't think Twitch would allow it, but maybe Kick. It could be cool, or like there could be like integrations in place where, you know, not to make a betting pool. I think that's probably where the conflict is like making a betting pool, or like driving people to bet to certain horses. That's probably not a good idea. But I don't know. It would be fun. It would be a very interactive stream experience. Like in Twitch, what we have are like channel points, right? And then so I put up like a poll or predictions, right? And so they'll bet their channel points, which has no monetary value, for like certain horses to win. And like that's just a fun activity, right? And it would be cool if there were like, I don't know, limits to that. That way no one like ever goes broke, but it's just fun to watch, right? And gets people more invested. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas, I think. And I think even in the world of betting, it could be expanded and make for an engaging sport too. But yeah.
One of the big things also, I think one of the most subtle and like important things that racing has to just do is try. Racing hasn't tried a lot of new things in the last 30, 40 years. So while regularly people do get made fun of for implementing new ideas in horse racing, I mean, I got made fun of for doing this collaborative stream from Degenerate Gamblers because
Wait, this one?
The other one, the first one. It's a long story, but
oh no,
like there are.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. The person who made fun of me literally lost $400,000 tweeting, so I don't feel too bad for him.
Damn.
So he's already dug his own grave. So, but I guess part of that is that even though I have been made fun of for having these kind of new ideas, I also have been embraced for it and praised for it as well. And I think the biggest thing is that a lot of people believe there's no hope for horse racing, and my kind of ultimate, almost nihilistic take is that if there truly is no hope, then why the hell can't we just try all of this other crazy stuff and give this a shot? Why can't we have these cool horse plushies? Why can't we have girls in cosplay running on racetracks? Why can't we do this? If we're doomed anyway, let's try this. Let's just try this. Like I do believe there is hope for horse racing. I'll never give up on horse racing, but that's kind of my ultimate like nihilistic rebuke for hope in horse racing. Why not give this a shot? If we're so doomed as everyone says we are, then we can do whatever we want. We can do all these amazing ideas.
Yeah, no.
Oh, there is a story, Carlos. There is a story. I've had some very weird jokes made about me from race gamblers. Some of them I can't really repeat here, but some I do find funny. So that's my long-winded nihilistic opportunist, as JTR says. Opinion and attitude.
Opportunist is a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nihilist optimist. Yes, the nihilist optimist.
Very cool. What else was there? I believe, was there anything else? I think I'm not too sure. I have some questions for you about like some of the stuff we've seen recently, if you want to talk about it, but I don't know if you saw any questions.
I'll read some questions from the YouTube chat very quickly, and then absolutely, like, I was kind of thinking that was going to be kind of a segue that we would also get to talk about, because there's a lot going on now, isn't there? It's a great time to be a racing fan. I've been so excited. JTR asked me earlier, is there any dark horses that are worth mentioning in the Breeders' Cup?
Ooh.
I'm looking through the Breeders' Cup fields. I haven't looked at them in depth enough to really know for sure, but one thing I'll quickly say is that any juvenile race is inherently unpredictable because these are youngsters. So don't count out anybody in a baby race. That's something that I'll consider. There are also some interesting Japan pre-entries for the Breeders' Cup that I think you might find interesting. This one is not a Japan horse, but Mini Hawk, second in the Arc.
Oh yeah,
is running in the Breeders' Cup.
I saw that. Yeah, is he running in turf? Or which one?
Yep, she'll be running in the turf.
Okay.
In the Breeders' Cup turf, there's these two horses that are both named Rebel. One is Rebel's Romance, who is trying to become the first horse to win 3 Breeders' Cup turfs. And the other is Rebel Red. And Rebel Red lost his eye in an accident, but actually he's since he lost the eye, he's won the biggest races of his career and nearly won a G1 race for the first time. So while he
Wait,
I'm not joking.
Sorry. He lost his eye?
Yes, in a stable accident, this horse Rebel Red, he lost his eye. Since then, his career's been a roller coaster. He in the middle of this year, he actually fell in a race, but a month later, he got up and he won his first stakes race. And this is also with the missing eye. He also finished second in the Grade 1 Sword Dancer as a one-eyed horse, and he runs with a blinker that has an eye patch. So if you want like just a cool horse, Rebel Red, who is a racehorse who quite literally races with an eye patch.
Oh my god. The eye. Oh no. It's so sad, but at the same time, holy shit, he looks really badass here. Holy fuck. Wow.
He's a good luck that.
That's insane.
Yeah. So Jeff Enad has asked a very important question that I think is one that not everyone wants to talk about, but is important to really talk about. Humane retirement of horses who don't make it, who don't succeed on the racetrack, or horses that are abandoned. It's a very dark subject, but it is something that is worth discussing. 17,000 horses get born every year. And giving them all homes after they're racing is not easy, and horses do slip through the cracks. But I am also here to say that efforts to rehome racehorses after they retire have never been better than they have been today.
Mm.
There's many organizations, especially under the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, that specialize in rehoming racehorses of all kinds. Um, there's even tourist destinations that are just places to tour and look at retired racehorses, like a retirement home. Um, Now, there are definitely still ways that horses do get into unsafe scenarios. If any of y'all have ever read the book Black Beauty, usually when a horse gets tossed around between 5 to 6 different owners, eventually you find a bad apple.
Mm.
It is an unfortunate thing to deal with. But also, I believe that no time better than now have we gotten better at rehoming horses. Recently, actually, we just had a horse show called the Retired Racehorse Project, where the whole thing is just showing recently retired racehorses, and they do every single other riding discipline there is, and they even do freestyle events where they do like fun little show performances. Like
Mm.
last year, someone did Finding Nemo, but on their ex-racehorse. Um,
That's crazy.
to kind of promote the versatility of the breed, and then
That's
these
cute.
horses find new places where they get taken care of. Um, so a horse race, while there is definitely still race horses who do unfortunately fall through the cracks, um, do end up emaciated and sometimes unfortunately in slaughterhouses. It's an
Oh.
uphill battle that we will always be fighting, and we've never been stronger than now in trying to rehome horses. In fact, some of my fellow classmates, their desire is to rehome horses. So it's never been more enthusiastic either. And also, so many horses who fail to become racehorses get set and retrained to find new purpose. So
Mm.
thoroughbreds are um, capable of new purpose after life. The winner Delta Blues, who was, or I think it was either that or Pop Rock, one of
Mm.
the Japan horses who participated in the Milburn Cup for Japan, um, later became a show horse and was kind of retrained
Oh,
after that
nice.
racing career. Here we are. Yes, Delta Blues. After winning years after he had won the Melbourne Cup for Japan, he was repurposed as a show jumper, and he lived to be 23. Um, it's difficult, but it's something that we must acknowledge, and we must always say that we are going to do better. And I guess another question that was asked before you can start interviewing me was, can you talk about the legs of glass? Horses are just inherently poorly structured animals. Um, they're rockets with champagne glass slippers. That is the best way to describe them. And it takes a lot of care to make sure that they stay strong. And to be so perfectly fit, you do put a horse through a lot of strain, but that strain also builds strength, and you have to find that tightrope balance of
Mm.
kind of stretching and even straining the horse just a little bit
Right.
and pushing them, but pushing them enough so they become stronger. It's like going to the gym. I
Yeah.
mean, do you work out?
Yeah, actually, I just worked out today. A little bit. Yeah.
Exactly. And part of training is not to, tear yourself a new
Right.
one, but it's to slowly build yourself up. And that's kind of the art of a horse, but with fragile legs that have some pretty unfortunate anatomical defects. That's also a big thing about 2-year-old racing. A lot of people disagree with it, but 2-year-old racing actually makes horses stronger if done correctly. It
Mm.
can lead to problems if done wrong. But
Yeah.
2-year-olds, because their bones are not fully fused, but they're also 98% fully grown by the time they're 2,
Mm.
their body is able to better adjust to the stresses of racing and kind of grow into the role of a racehorse. It's kind of like starting you playing a sport when you're 12 versus starting playing a sport when you're 25.
Right. I see. I mean,
If
like,
you've been playing
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All I was gonna say is like if you've been playing soccer since you were 12, by the time you're 20, your body has grown to be a better soccer player than
Yeah.
if you had started when you were 20 years old. Even though now your bones are technically fused.
No, yeah, absolutely. That makes a ton of sense. I mean, you just have the more experience, right? And it kind of builds into your body, I would imagine. Um, but yeah, no, I 100% agree.
That's your turn.
It
Sorry for holding you up, but
No, 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 no. You're good. did you have any other questions in chat? Because I did. Well, let's. We could go ahead and segue from that. If we let's see over here. I guess question for you was, I mean, how'd you feel about the lark?
Okay, the arc. I watched it live, just like you did, just in my
Alright.
server instead of here.
Mhm.
Actually, do you mind if I send a link to my Discord server for anyone who is curious? In the chat.
To my link, yeah, or to my stream, yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll post it here. But I don't know if that fully works, but hopefully it does. If not, I'll send it to you and then you can send it. But what I was going to say was, I really liked the fact that even though it didn't work out how I wanted, it was a very appropriate introduction, I think, to all of you who are watching racing for the first time, sport of horse racing, because so much of the time, horse racing does not go the way we want it.
Yeah.
Things happen, things are unpredictable, but you know what? There still are great stories to be had in the defeat of the horses we're rooting for. And you know, and even though the horses we wanted to win didn't win, it was still a great show. And I'm glad you all were able to watch it, and also that you guys, like a true Uma trainer did, you got back up, you screamed into your tree stump, and you try again. That's basically it. That's horse racing for you. And the same thing kind of applied to, I think, Still I Rise, because even her
right.
own trainer admitted that horse isn't very good.
Yeah.
But they also appreciated that a lot of people were excited for the horse. And even though she finished last, a lot of people said no matter what, we still love her. And I think that's the greatest attitude to have. Just love this horse because they're a horse. Kind of like loving a child. You know, whether they're good or bad, at the end of the day, they're yours, and you love them either way. They don't owe you anything. So I found that beautiful. Although I will admit, I do sometimes find the leaps of logic some Uma fans come with to be kind of funny perspectives. Like, guys, that's not how this works. That this isn't like it like, come on, y'all.
It's not
just
that
because they have
clear cut. There's more to it. All right. Besides, I mean, there's vodka and Scarlet, sure, but there's like Tonino Frankel and Scarlet Tail, and you know, there's other parts of the bloodline.
The father never won a stakes race, for example, and the owners have never really had a star horse before. But also at the same time, just because your grandparents are lesbians doesn't mean that you're gonna be a champion. To put it bluntly. But I liked the big thing I appreciate about Uma fans rooting for racehorses is that even though sometimes I'm like, where did you get to that conclusion? I also respect the fact that a lot of you have this kind of unbridled optimism, which is very hard to find in horse racing because so many people have been beaten down by losing all their horse bets that they become such bitter creatures, me included. I have become such a sometimes. I'm not saying I'm better than them, but like to keep that kind of pure joy throughout the sport of horse racing, it's really important, and you guys don't ever lose that. Keep the kind of Haru Urara kind of attitude, winning attitude, like going. Make those girls proud.
Yeah. I really like just like, I guess, the pure-hearted approach to it, just like really rooting for the horse for whatever reason it may be. But just like, you know, getting invested emotionally, I think it's really cool. I see that a lot in certain Japanese racehorse fans. There was this one CNN special I watched, and this one girl, she was being interviewed. She was like, I went to all of Kita-san Black's races. If Kita-san Black was a man and a human, I would marry him. Like, I'm like, okay. I'm not too sure how you...
Have a girl be like... the joke should be like the girl's like, if you were a man, I'd marry you, and Innocent Black's like, you know that's legal. You know you don't have. You know you can still marry me, right? Here.
Wait, the horse?
Or like. No, not the horse. I mean, like in season 3, if they recontextualize that into season 3, Kidison Black's
Oh,
the main
right.
character. There's like a girl in the street, like, marry me, Kidison Black. If you were a man, I'd marry you. And she's like, there's nothing stopping you.
Right, right. That'd be funny. I think
Again,
technically in Japan it would stop them, but I'm not too sure. I'm not like I'm not
all
totally
right.
familiar with
Well,
Japanese law.
that,
But
someone could someone could add that to their Kidison Black X Satono Diamond fan fiction.
no, yeah, it could. It could. I do want
And
to
it's
say that
sketchy.
Tanino Frankel did actually win some, but it was just like for whatever reason they raced him a lot in like 2019 onwards, and he just never really won after that. But he has won in. He's actually been pretty promising in his early career, it seems. But yeah, otherwise not really.
Yeah. 2 questions from chat quickly. Favorite Umas and why?
Hmm.
Usually, for me, when I think of favorite Uma, I'm thinking of like my favorite horse
Hmm.
first, instead of necessarily the characterization. But I'll give you a twofold answer. My favorite horses that have been portrayed as Umas are Gold Ship and Vodka. Both horses were from my childhood. Some of the first Japanese horses I ever learned about.
Hmm.
Gold Ship, I don't have to explain why I like that horse. Vodka, I Vodka as a kid, she was in like childhood YouTube videos that taught me about Japanese racing,
Hmm.
including an old tribute video of her running to a song from the video game Okami Den, which I still love to this day. I also just found her very beautiful, because
Hmm.
especially her stripe. I thought her stripe was so perfectly designed. It was one of the most kind of striking things I'd ever seen, and just the way she ran was just so. It had power,
Hmm.
such an amazing, awe-inspiring power. Um, she's one of my favorite just mares as a racehorse. As a character, she's underutilized, but as a
Yeah.
racehorse, Vodka is amazing. For characters, I think my favorite of the characters, um, like in terms of characterization, um, a lot of the background characters are kind of my version of Glup Shido, but for a mainline character, I'd say that I really enjoy Jungle Pocket.
Oh, did you watch the movie?
I did watch the movie, yes.
Oh wait, wait. Did you
The
watch
thing,
it by the time we did the podcast, really quick, or
no, I did
did you
not. I
watch
watched
it
it
after?
afterward while I was. I watched it afterward, ironically, while I was working out, so I was
Oh
doing my
shit.
training.
Let's go.
But so as a character, I think Jungle Pocket is one of my favorite protagonists, or my favorite protagonist,
Yeah.
because all the other Uma protagonists I've seen so far, they're cool, but a
Mhm.
lot of them are very like they all kind of are. They don't have the rough edge. But Jungle
Yeah.
Pocket, she's a bit rougher around the edges.
Mm.
Instead of being like, "Oh, good game," she's like, "I want to kick your ass." Um,
Yeah.
I really respect that because some horses are angry competitors. Not every Uma should be a good sport, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, there's so many different kinds of athletes
Mhm.
out there, and even in horses, we have our dirty horses who are like a little like naughty
Mhm.
and mischievous on the track,
Stay
and then you
gold.
got the perfect group of issues. It frick exactly.
Yeah.
Um, but it also helped that she was a part of the best piece of Uma media that I've seen.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
so
That's
that
so
also
good.
helped. But she was just really well portrayed. Um, Seisho Dodo is also, in my opinion, the cutest of the Uma characters.
Right. Okay. All right. She's coming out soon. She's coming out like next week.
As an F2P player, I am so screwed.
Why? Wait, did you roll off for summer, or just like you don't have that many carrots right now?
I'm always running out of carrots so
Yeah.
often.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in terms of getting Meisho Dodo, because that would be cool if you could get your favorite. Your one of your favorites anyway for Umamusume. I'm actually gonna get or rather I have Jungle Pocket. I'm actually gonna roll for DANTSU Flame on the Japanese version soon. And I think that'd be it'd be kinda cool to I guess see Dance Flame, but it's just tangentially related to Jungle Pocket. But
One more character.
yeah.
TM Opera O. I'd be remiss to say TM Opera O is not also a favorite.
Yeah.
They played her perfectly because the real horse, everyone was waiting for her to lose because that horse was so good, but also kind of boring to watch. A lot of people didn't think that he was flashy enough. So when he had this perfect season, they were kind of just waiting for him to fall, and he never did. Kind of giving him that appreciation of, yeah, this horse is scarily good. And he wasn't fully embraced during his racing career, I think is very cool.
Yeah.
Now on to your question.
No, I think the way they designed TM Opera O was like kind of genius in a way, because I feel like she's not meant to be a very likable character with the way that she talks about herself and the way that she boasts or whatever. Yeah, pretty much. She's not meant to be super likable, but she's just so she backs it up, and you can't help but respect that at the end of the day, you know, and just be like in awe of that, I think. And I think that's exactly
I also
what
respect the fact that she's not a sore loser. Like, she does lose, but she's not a sore loser. She may have a high opinion of herself, but she doesn't have a low opinion of everyone else. Well, actually, okay, she does a little bit. But, like, if she loses, she gives them their due. Like, you did a great job finally defeating the great TM Opera O.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy, but I mean, hey, they designed it really well, I think.
I hate to say this, but TM Opera O is, you know what she is? She is Uma. She's an Uma lesbian Peachette from New Super Mario. She has the Peachette crown from New Super Mario Bros. U. She's an Uma. And her colors are the lesbian flag. So she's a super sweet horse gay toadette. And I think that is amazing.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Fucking vodka. That's funny. Damn. No, yeah, no, absolutely. Vodka is such an interesting character. But wait, what was I gonna ask too about fucking real life horse race? I forgot. There's the SHUKA show. There's Kamagnak, but I don't know if I wanted to ask about that. Oh, the Japan Cup. Oh, there's Japan Cup happening. And I don't know, you mentioned Mini Hawk. I guess Mini Hawk's coming to the Breeders' Cup turf. That's what you were saying, right? But
Breeders' Cup turf.
Yeah. But actually, what I was thinking of at the time, and I conflated it, was this tweet over here. Apparently Mini Hawk's coming to Japan for the Japan Cup. And on top of that,
there's no guarantee that she actually runs. It's a pre-entry.
Oh.
So in horse racing, for big races, in order to even be allowed to run later in the future, you have to basically make a kind of RSVP.
Right.
And after you make that RSVP pre-entry, then you can have the option of running or leaving. But to even have that option in the first place, you have to nominate. You have to pay a nomination fee. So all those horses are allowed to participate. Whether they do is up to the owner, because a lot of times you cross-nominate horses to kind of cast the net so that if one thing doesn't go according to plan, you can go to this one instead. Like Mystic Dan, the horse you're pulling up right now. Mystic Dan is both pre-entered for the Japan Cup and the Champions Cup, which is the dirt equivalent. Now, because Mystic Dan is a Kentucky Derby winner and has never won on the turf, my hedge is that if they're going to try this, they're going to try it with the Champions Cup, but just in case, they pre-entered him in both. Likely because the Arlington Million does have a win and you're in to the Japan Cup, but he lost.
Wait, who lost?
As a reservation. Mystic Dan. He ran in the Arlington Million, his load on grass, and he unfortunately lost. So by losing, plans got redirected. Now, for all we know, Mystic Dan may not even run in either race and just retire after the Breeders' Cup. But you can definitely tell who's more committed because, like, there's been a lot of whisper. There's been a lot of talk of Calandigan. That's been their long-term goal for a while. Sir Delius just got scratched from the Melbourne Cup and the Cox Plate, so they may try the Japan Cup because they missed their original big target. Another one. Yeah, a lot of these horses, I'm not sure if they're fully commit. Not all these horses will run in the Japan Cup. That's what I know for
Right.
sure.
I see.
Goliath and Calandigan are the most serious. They've been talking about this for a while. They are definitely the most serious about going. We'll see in the next couple of weeks who wants to go further and be like, you know what? I'm taking them on because it's not easy.
Yeah, no. Japan Cup is gonna be really crazy. I don't. As far as
I
like,
can't wait.
yeah, as far as like the right now Japanese horses, I guess Kamenyak would be, but I mean, she's also doing the Shuka show right now.
She might try it like Liberty Island.
Right. And she's won one crown. Oh, who's that? Or,
Yeah,
I mean, that's you, but wait, what's the?
But what I was sending you there is that's me with Mystic Dan, who's the winner of the Kentucky Derby. I just thought you'd like to see that.
Oh shit! Can I show that?
Yeah, go on ahead.
Okay.
I also do have. I don't have a picture with journalism, but I did get a picture of him when I went to the Preakness.
Man, the horses look so
Actually,
cute.
when I went, he's not the friendliest horse. I will admit that. That's why
Oh, really?
that's why I'm keeping my distance. He's a little bit boyish, but he likes his space. But you know what? I got to be right next to a Kentucky Derby winner, and I'll always be forever proud of that.
Oh, yeah.
Even got to feed him, so I can say I fed a Derby winner.
Sick.
So I'll forever be proud of that. Yeah, like journalism, it's so nice to kind of see people be so excited for him because I got to scream for him to win his race on a rooftop when he won the Preakness. When he got smashed in the Preakness, I saw that from the roof. So I literally screamed from the rooftops to get him home.
Yeah, dude, that was such a cool like performance. I just can't help but root for him, man. But everyone keeps telling me, and it's like it's just so unfortunate that Sovereignty is like born in the same generation. He's just incredible.
It's kind of the thing in horse racing. There are no hypotheticals, and there's no redos, as they say in beginning of a new era. Actually, come to think of it, here's a personal picture I got in the paddock of journalism during the Pacific Classic, and this will basically be what it looks like when he parades before the Breeders' Cup, because that's the same venue, Del Mar.
Oh, nice.
Now he didn't win, so.
Oh, he didn't win.
I've had the pleasure of seeing him 3 times in my life.
This is Pacific Classic? Oh.
Yep, it is. That's the Pacific Classic.
Yeah, dude. They said that he got like a late start, and I think that's what I saw too. What were you saying?
That is true. Yeah, he did have a late start, but he also just didn't have the closing kick to take down Fierceness, who is the kind of the lone speed in the Breeders' Cup and is a very big threat. He was second in last year's Classic, and now that he has the lone speed, he might be able to really dictate the race.
What do you mean lone speed? So
he's
gonna be the pace setter.
Yeah, he'll be a front runner, and everyone else will be chasing. So it is legitimately like Fierceness is a very scary horse. He always shows up on Breeders' Cup Day, like without fail.
Dang.
I've seen that horse, and when I see him, he always does good for me.
Dang, dude, it's gonna be crazy. Watching an actual horse race. I need to get binoculars. Like I keep forgetting, but I mean, I should be able to get it.
If you have an upper view, if you get an upper stand view, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I don't need binoculars or whatever. You don't think?
Binoculars can help, but like as long as you're not in the apron, you'll be able to see most of the race.
Okay. All right. Dang. All right. Well, we're gonna be watching the Shuka show a little later. I'll be playing maybe some Japanese umamusume today. But yeah, man, It's been nice talking to you and having you here. And I don't know. Hopefully, I could get another horse and around episode. I think that'd be really cool. Especially with all the horse racing stuff. I just like right now, my mind is already like in vacation mode because like I'm leaving in a couple
Hey, you
days.
burned it.
No, I appreciate that. But
I
yeah.
mean, like, to have streaming out of your hair for a few days.
Yeah, no, streaming's been rough on my top. For sure.
If it makes you feel any better, there's a horse in the Melbourne Cup who's running for America called Parchment Party, and I've made the declaration that that horse has such little chance of winning that if he wins, I will shave my head. So, mate, if he wins, if this horse somehow wins, twinning. But I don't think I'm gonna lose my hair. I only threaten my hair when I know the horse has no chance.
You only threaten with your hair. I mean, so far it seems to have worked. I don't know. Have you ever shaved your head for that?
Nope, not yet. I've only threatened to shave my head one other time over a horse race, and that horse came last. So
Easy.
So I've done my work. I've made sure to not threaten my hair too badly.
Wait, did you see like with one more thing with the Still I Rise debut? There was like a point in time I was looking at Netkava. I was watching it on stream. Like her odds jumped to like second favorite, and it was like 5-1 odds for like a good 10 minutes or so. I was like, what? And I think it was even that like before then, which is insane, and it kind of just makes me think like, oh wow, umamusume is kind of crazy. It did like go back to regular or go back to normal, or well, I think she was like 13th or 19th favorite. Not 19th. I don't think there was 19 horses. But she was like really far back, and I think she ended up being maybe like 9th favorite, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know if you saw that. I thought that was crazy that that could happen.
It made sense. It tricked me into thinking that she had even a chance of winning. I thought she'd get third, not last. Then I realized, oh wait, I've been duped just at a lesser degree than everyone else did.
Right. No, yeah. Her odds, like, there's even a VOD of me looking at it, and her odds being, like, really low, or really big. I don't know how you would say it. But, and then now, with this one, or yesterday, it got all the way to 15-1, which was a lot better than what it was before.
Yeah, odds drops happen a lot in racing because a lot of people just kind of bet last minute. That's just a general cultural thing.
That is interesting. Damn. Meisha Tabaru having the complete
It's last
opposite
minute,
style of
it's not
running.
money.
Yeah. Meisha Tabaru
Also because, well,
in the Autumn Tenno show. Ooh. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that'll be interesting. Meisha Tabaro, the winner of the Takarazuka.
Yeah. No, Japanese horse racing is gonna be really cool. I'm gonna be trying to keep up with it myself and just like watch. That's why we're gonna watch Shuka show today, and then I think I'm not too sure what else. It's so sad. I don't know if you've heard, but Exceed got an injury, and I think Promesa Al Mundo is still recovering.
That's part of the game. It's part of the game sometimes. Horses. I'd rather that she be injured now as a young horse and grow and get stronger and never be hurt again now as a 2-year-old than everyone thinks she's healthy and then have her be hurt at a more critical time.
Yeah.
Of course, in a perfect world, you never want a horse to get hurt. But if they have to be hurt, better now, I think, than maybe later.
Right. It's just,
so they can fill out.
It's a little unfortunate though, because she won't be able to do the classics. They don't usually like heal before the time, right? I think that's just like,
it's not just healing time, it's also time to kind of get into racing condition. And they wouldn't force that on her, especially now that she's only won a newcomer race. They'll take an alternate path and work her way up, and if they're lucky, then and she is as good as everyone says she is, then she'll be ready for the Japan Cup. Keep in mind also, Equinox never won. At least I'm just making sure that I'm not saying something wrong here. To my knowledge, I don't think he ever won a Triple Crown race. No, he never did. He never won a Triple Crown race ever. He actually lost his 2 attempts at the Triple Crown. He lost to Geoglyph and he lost to Deduce.
Dang.
So Equinox got better in the later half of his 3-year-old year. That's when he took the Tenno Show Autumn against Reiwa Suzuka, also known as Panthalaza, and he took the Arima Kinen, and then he had his whole world tour.
Right. Oh, wow. He beat Liberty Island in the Japan Cup, too. Dang. It's wild. Liberty Island was such a good horse. Yeah, you got second.
Liberty Island does still hurt a bit.
Yeah.
But that's just part of what happens, and the fact that it is so rare makes what happens even scarier. But also, it's amazing that we've gotten this far, but we still have never gone far enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the umamusume. We're gonna try and get some DANTSU Flame going up in here, but thanks so much for talking and hanging out, man. Appreciate it.
Of course. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you all so much for having me, and thank you all so much for participating and just having me around. Rednu, we'll talk again, and hopefully I see you at the Breeders' Cup. Anyone have any questions, you can always talk to me in my YouTube.
Wait, really quick, sorry. Do you know how many people filled out your survey?
You've gone up by another 100. Let's go.
Let's go. Nice. And this is gonna be a video.
That means that nearly 50% of your chat filled out that survey, which means you guys are all awesome. And yes, I did see about Torpedo and retiring. I think that was the right decision to do. She was already kind of past her prime, but she was already so good that she was able to get a couple more races. But, once she stopped loving it, that's it, It's not worth it to keep going. And she's already done a lot. I think that Torpedo Anna was a very nice, likable horse. And the fact he's even giving her a retirement ceremony of some sorts. Kenny McPeak's a great guy. So yeah, those are some of my closing thoughts. Thank you so much again, Rednu. Stay in touch. And if anyone has any questions, don't be afraid to ask the horse racing man, Sketchy the Horse Guy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. Take care, man. Peace.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That was great. That was great. How do I pin this and keep it on, dude? It doesn't fucking work. That was great. It was always really cool and fun to watch. And talk with Sketchy, honestly. It's really cool. Just like all the horse racing that we're gonna watch a little later tonight. And don't worry, we're not going anywhere for the stream. We're gonna be playing Japanese umamusume, I think. Because I was downloading it in the background during the conversation. So I should be good. It looks like it's good. How long will you be gone for? I'll be gone from the 20th to 27th, but I might do some IRL streams. I'm thinking about doing some IRL streams. Awesome guess. Yeah. Sketchy's always fun. What race is tonight? Tonight is SHUKA show. Tonight is the SHUKA show with the favorite being, I forget what her name was. I think Embroidery? It could be. Oh, it's Kamagnak. Kamagnak. That's what it was. Yeah, Kamagnak. Number 17, but Kamagnak. Yeah. Thanks for joining the membership. Xbox. Thank you. Time for DANTSU Flame. I don't want to swipe. I got 96 gifts. Okay, I got 96 gifts. Hopefully that means we don't have to swipe. We are gonna kind of skip over the reacts. Just kind of hang out and play the game. But yeah, I don't know. Is there anything crazy to react to? We might do some reaction. I see some DANTSU Flame stuff. So we might just do that intermediately. But let me go ahead and swap the streams. And that's gonna go over here. Actually, I don't even know. Is it necessary to swap the streams. We didn't do any copyright content, so I think we'll be fine. Let's see here. Is there a Dantsu Flame song? Ready, Steady, Derby? Should we watch that? This one? This would be copyright. This would be copyright. How long from now is SHUKA show? It's in like an hour, 2 hours and a half, or 2.5 hours. Wait, yeah, 2.5 hours. I think, I believe so. My reacting streamer not reacting. Well, yeah, actually, I need to watch this with you guys, right? So let me take a piss. I'll be right back. I'll be right back real quick. I'll give you Tailwind. I'll give you Tailwind. Grab some water, get some drinks. I'll be right back. Also, yeah, when's the Stingray episode? We're right back. All right. All right. Are we ready for Dantsu Flame? I don't want to swipe, but I don't have the translation app. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I have enough, like, Hopefully I just have enough carrots. I don't have enough right now. But after redeeming the box, maybe I will. We'll see. You're gonna play the game? Yes, I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna play the game. What do we have over here? Let's turn this on actually. You know what? This might go on the well, we might have to swap streams just because it's like copyright audio. Ready Steady Derby. I think this is the movie song, right? Oh shit. Wait, it's like no sound right now. The frame rate's also kind of fucked. Wait, is there no sound? What? Oh my god. It's like entirely silent. Generation 2001. I don't know why it says 1999 on the back, the bottom. Yeah, the beginning had no sound at all. This has no dance. I thought this was Dance and Flame solo, dude. Whatever. Can you see this in the game or is this on a YouTube video? That's a group song, yeah. Narara, wait. I'm sorry, that's my girl singing. But it says Narara Top Road, bro. What the hell? Narara Top Road. The only consistent way you could get her name is say NTR. That's basically the lesson here. Oh, and Meisho Dodo too? I didn't know Meisho was in here. In the movie, it's only... Oh wait, they have Road to the Top. Huh. Fuji Kiseki too. Zoda was also in the movie? I mean, she was. There's Haru. Tosin Jordan? I don't think Tosin Jordan was in the movie. Was she? Gold City? I think that's Road to the Top, right? Yeah, Fuji Kiseki was in the back. What else do we got? Winning the Soul with Tokai Teo. Machiko? High voltage version. Is Mambo here? That's Admire, right? Was that? Is this supposed to be Jungle Pocket? That is Poke? Look at the hair clip. Yeah, I just want to be like 100% sure. That's winning ticket, obviously. Damn! Fucking Mike. Damn. What do you mean before you leave? I'm gonna be taking a vacation 20th to 27th. There'll still be YouTube videos. That's Tani no Gimlet, yeah. That React channel gonna blow up when you come back? What React channel? Oh, this one? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I think we can do reacts. We'll probably just like keep it clear. We're not gonna do like a backlog. Should we? Why did they touch the mic like that? Why did they do that? Wait, I really like admire Vega's voice actress. The way she looked at the camera kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is so cool. I really like this song though. This is probably one of my favorite songs just because I can remember. Mic touches in the game MV also. Oh yeah. That's like the key move. The key move on this in this track is that mic touch. And that whatever the fuck this is. I guess it's a diamond. It's a starting gate. Huh. I guess so. What's this one? Transcend and Acute being Enka artist. Holy shit, Transcend's very cute with her glasses. I've seen like Transcend on a YouTube short. I forgot to watch it with you guys last time. I actually think Transcend might be one of my favorites too, just from her voice and her like demeanor. Fucking grandma. What is this? It's like a impromptu karaoke bar performance. Tokoi. Enka is a genre. Well, no, I understand that. I'm just wondering, like, the mics. Damn. Oh, they are all dirt, aren't they? Alright, let's see. Transcend. FNSK Uma. I think that's their name. Yeah, this person. Here you go. Wait. Why did it change resolution? This person always makes really good shorts. I like her glasses. Her glasses are pretty good. He's so chill. Doesn't have a lot to say.
美味しい。
What the fuck? That was a lot.
知ってた。な、待って。知りたいんだ。君のこと。
Damn. Damn. If a Japanese girl ever says that to you, you know, that's crazy. Anyway, what else do we got? I think we're good. I think we play the game. Yeah. I think we play the game. Link. There you go. Yeah, no, they have really good shorts just to like show some of their, I guess, iconic voice lines. Play the game? The game? Is he gonna play the game? Yes. We play the game here. We have game? Let me hear. There you go. There you go. Go ahead, hop over there. And then we end this one. The game exists? Wait, I'm live. Okay. You're forgetting.